A court in a small German town has banned the Muslim call to prayer from its local mosque. That's after an elderly couple complained, but not just about the noise.
It's a kind of vocal chant in a tone that has a disturbing effect on us, but we are mainly concerned with the content of the call. This puts Allah above our God of Christians, and as a Christian who grew up here in a Christian environment, I can't accept that.
The mosque was forced to stop its call to prayer after a complaint in 2015. However, the court only came to its final decision a matter of days ago, and it could still be appealed. We went to the town in West Germany to hear how residents feel about the move.
The ban in general isn't acceptable. At the time, the court examined whether the noise was audible from a distance to those not listening for it. The people here said it wasn't possible to hear it.
For me, it's quite separate from the issue of religion. I'm very much for religious freedom, but the people who live around there are certainly affected if the criers call out loudly in the area, as they always do. Also, there are quite a lot of mosques. I don't know exactly how many mosques there are in Erkenschwick in total, but I think there are enough.
We also got reaction to the ban from a number of experts.
The thing is, of course, a mosque can discuss the thing, making the noise a little bit less, discussing with the neighbors, and then themselves say they were not going to do it. But just asking the law and the society to forbid it. This is a thing, I think Mr. Green doesn't know that Europe has a history not only of Christian and Jews, but they have also a history of Muslims. The Muslims were in Spain longer than the Catholics. We have Bosnians, we have the Turks in Europe. So this is a place where a lot of people, believers, non-believers, those with faith, those with no faith, should live.
The United Kingdom and virtually the whole of Europe is founded on the Bible as the Lord Jesus Christ as the absolute foundation of our way of life. And to bring in a foreign god such as the God of Islam is what this is really all about, and it's about the spread of Islam over Europe and Islam's attempt at dominance, and it always has been an expansionist religion from when it started. Don't make no mistake, every religion is, but Islam makes no bones about it, and and that is why it has to be.
Another way the Islamophobic thinking Mr. Green is doing is still celebrating the kickoff of Muslims in Spain. In Austria, the Islamic faith was recognized since 1902, more than 100 years. It's recognized by the empire as an official faith religion.
The idea that there's religious freedom in Muslim countries is complete rubbish. You're not even allowed to have a Bible in Saudi Arabia, for instance. And Christians are persecuted in Egypt, in Pakistan, in Malaysia, in Mauritania, any Muslim country you care to mention. And Christians will find that Christians are persecuted there. And so the argument falls flat. We are being actually the victims of our own tolerance in Europe.
No, that's true. Not so true. Even the Indonesian ambassador, this is the largest Muslim country, is a Christian who is here. Even in Nigeria, there was a Christian president. If you go to Dubai, if you go to Qatar, if you go to Kuwait, if you go to Oman, if you go to all these Arab countries, if you go even to Malaysia, and even, so that's really rubbish to say it's not allowed to have a Bible and there is no churches.